आज तक जो तलवार टंगी हुई थी, ये नोएडा, ग्रेटर नोएडा में कंस्ट्रक्शन काम होगा कि नहीं, वो तलवार आज हट गई है।
Hello everyone. Today we have amongst us the most prominent lawyer of the country, Dr. Surat Singh. Dr. Surat Singh is Oxford and Harvard educated top lawyers of India. He practices at Supreme Court of Delhi and High Court of Delhi. He's an international lawyer too. So today we have the privilege to interview him personally and ask more about his life. Hello Dr. Surat Singh. Welcome to the show. Sir, you're probably the most educated lawyer of India. So tell us more about your educational background.
I come from a simply uneducated farmers family of India. So when I wanted to do law, I came to Delhi University Law Faculty. I did my bachelor and masters from Delhi, and then I ran into wonderful people like Dhananjay Chandrachud. So I asked him that what you intend to do after Delhi Law Faculty. So he said, I will go to Harvard Law School. So coming from a farmer's background, I heard of Harvard at that time. When I came to Delhi, I didn't know the difference between Harvard and Hardwar. So then Dhananjay told me that you have to work hard and secure very well in studies and also in extracurricular activities. So God was kind, I worked hard, and in LLM I topped the university. So then I applied for Harvard Law School. I was fortunate, I got into master's program. And in master's program, we were about 120 students throughout the world, or more than 75 countries. And out of those, they kept 5 students as Doctor of Laws. So I was lucky to be one of those. So then I studied at Harvard Law School for 6 years, doing master's and doctorate. And I was very lucky at the time. Barack Obama, who happens to be president now, was my contemporary. So we interacted with each other, and in fact when he became president, he was very kind to invite me to his inaugural, which I attended. So it was a great education, particularly coming from a background of a farmer's background.
So where did you take the inspiration for this higher education?
Well, my mother was very religious, and right since childhood, she was doing the Satyanarayana Vrat, and children do what they see. So when I saw my mother doing fast of Satyanarayana, I also started doing that. I imitated. And in Satyanarayana, there is a line, Sarvada Vijay Prapt Karane Wala, means you will win everywhere. So that was kind of a psychological thing, that I thought that since I am doing the fast, I'll do well in examination. Luckily, once or twice I did and stood first. Then teachers encouraged. Then my elder brother encouraged me to study hard. My uncle, who was Home Minister of Haryana, K.L. Poswal, was a source of inspiration for us. He was a lawyer. Then my mother was a wonderful religious lady. So she believed in God. So I learned to have faith in God and faith in myself right in childhood. In fact, I remember there was a song of Mother India, very famous movie of India, which says, Malik hai tere saath, na dar gam se tu hai dil, mehnat kare insaan to kya kaam hai mushkil. Means God is with you, so you should not fear anything. And if you work hard, you will achieve whatever you aspire. And God has been very kind, so I have that confidence. Then from Rewari, a hometown, I came to Delhi law faculty, and from there I went to Harvard and Oxford also on my way back. And it was a great experience.
Education at Harvard and Oxford is very expensive. So, how did you manage that?
Well, you are right. It's quite expensive. Even in 1984, when I went, I needed $20,000 at that time. I didn't have even 20,000 rupees. So, but God was very kind. Nani Palkiwala, who was at that moment leading lawyer of India and also advisor to Tatas, he came to Delhi University and delivered a talk that to succeed in life, you don't need money, you don't need connection, you need hard work, you need integrity, you need determination. So I followed him blindly, and when I got into Harvard Law School, I got the admission but not the scholarship. So I wrote to him. He was very kind and he got me Tata scholarship. So for first semester I got Tata scholarship, and then once I went there, I asked them that on what basis you give the scholarship. Harvard is the richest university on the face of earth, and they say on the basis of need and ability. So I worked hard and God was kind, so I did very well at LLM program there. So they gave me a scholarship of $120,000 spread over 5 years. So I ended up spending 6 wonderful years over there. So it is Harvard University which came to my rescue there, and I spent 6 years over there.
What are 3 most important things you have learned from the top universities of the world like Oxford and Harvard?
Well, there are many things you learn. One is the environment. Education is in the air you breathe. Like when you know that more than 50 Nobel laureates went to the same university, when 8 presidents of United States of America studied here, when all the leading authorities of the world are teaching you, then it gives a different kind of confidence, because while meeting them, all kind of things you have, what makes a person successful, you see them successful. So I noticed that those people who are absolutely leading authority of the world on the subject, but at the same time, they were very humble, they were very polite. So many times in the class they will say, I don't know. So that kind of humility, that being authority on the subject and still eager to learn, eager to question, eager to doubt what they have themselves written, that kind of a healthy tradition of respectful questioning is the most important thing. That humility on the one hand and confidence on the other. Then you learn teamwork, because people from all around the world come. And before I went to USA and Harvard, we used to sing Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara, means India is the best in the world. But when you see other cultures and all that, then you realize India is great. But there are other great cultures also, there are other great countries also. So from there you learn, and this exposure liberates you in a way that you are patriotic, but at the same time liberal in your thinking, global in your thinking. And then you run into some of the most remarkable individuals, like Barack Obama, for example, was my contemporary at Harvard. He was a brilliant student even then, so I learned a lot from him, leadership qualities even at that time. Then you have other friends, then your teachers are the leading authorities in the world. But you learn from your friends much more. And then, of course, America itself is a great culture. So you learn about that, you see the democracy at first hand. About law, we learned how laws are made, how they develop in a dynamic manner, not in a just paper, but in the real life. And the top lawyers of the world and top judges will teach you. So you learn a lot interacting with them. So it was a fantastic experience. So you learn how to question the things, how to think on your own. You learn how to interact with others. Then there is a wonderful quality of places like Harvard that you can take 30% of your courses apart from your discipline. Like I was at Harvard Law School, but I could take 30% of the courses at Harvard Business School, Harvard Academy School of Government, Harvard Education, Harvard College even at MIT or Tufts. So if you're interested in something else, you can take those courses also. Like I took 2 courses at Kennedy School of Government on leadership. That was wonderful. I took 4 courses at Harvard Business School. Those were wonderful. Then Harvard College, one of the top economists of the world was teaching. So I took that course. So it was a fascinating experience. And then, of course, this education is much more practical, not theoretical. So it really teaches you how to think in a creative and constructive manner, and yet at the same time in a critical manner. So those are the skills by which you master a lot of materials in a very short period. Like for a typical class, you will be reading about 60, 70 pages, and there were 3 classes. So a lot of reading every day. So you learn how to come to the heart of the problem quickly. And then you have to write a lot, so you learn how to write a clear, distinct, simple, effective English. So all those were great advantages.